24 hours are left for the Beijing Winter Olympics to start, an event that China expects will whitewash its image and distract the world from its ongoing human rights violations. But the list of countries boycotting that event is only growing. After the US, the UK, Australia and several other countries announced a diplomatic boycott, India has also decided to do the same. Earlier today, India's Ministry of External Affairs announced that Indian diplomats will not be attending the opening or the closing ceremony of this 17-day-long sporting event. This decision is significant. It comes right after China chose a soldier who fought against India in the 2020 Ladakh standoff as one of the torchbearers for the Games. His name is Chief Abao, a regiment commander in the PLA. He apparently suffered a head injury during the clashes in the Galwan Valley, and he is now relaying the Olympic torch in Beijing. This is a clear provocation, and it has not been left unanswered. Earlier today, India's External Affairs Ministry held a press conference. It slammed China for politicizing the Winter Olympics and announced a complete diplomatic boycott to the Games.
It is indeed regrettable that the Chinese side has chosen to politicize an event like the Olympics. I wish to inform that our Chargé d'Affaires of the Embassy of India in Beijing will not be attending the opening or the closing ceremony of the Beijing 22 Winter Olympics.
And shortly after that announcement, another statement was issued, this time from Doordarshan, the national broadcaster of India. It has decided to not broadcast both the opening and the closing ceremonies. The decision was announced by the CEO of Prasar Bharati. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister of Pakistan has landed in Beijing. He will be attending the opening ceremony of the Games, as will the Russian president, along with 30 other heads of state and international bodies. We hope they are taking all precautions because the Wuhan virus has breached Beijing's Olympic bubble. Personnel working for the Games are getting infected. New cases are being reported daily. On Tuesday, 32 cases were recorded, and on Wednesday, a total of 55 fresh infections were added. Athletes, staff members, organizers, they are all falling sick. How many cases are there in all? Reports say since the 23rd of January, 287 positive tests have been reported, 287 cases linked to the Winter Olympics. It's not a small figure, and chances are it is likely to grow in the days ahead. Are the organizers worried? Not one bit. Look at this headline. The chief of the International Olympic Committee has said that everything is in place for a safe and successful Winter Olympics. He has also said that these games will change the scale of the winter sports forever. The statement does not inspire much confidence. 60,000 people from around the world will be attending the Winter Games. 60,000 people. China plans to test all 60,000 daily. But given how the virus has already breached that bubble, there is a reason to doubt if China's measures will work. For all we know, these games could become a super spreader event. And yet, there is little outrage. The only protests we are seeing are by Tibetans living in exile. Look at these visuals. They come from Dharamshala in India, the home of the Dalai Lama. On Thursday afternoon, Tibetan activists held a demonstration against the Winter Olympics. They dressed themselves as athletes with blindfolds who were given quote-unquote genocide medals from another protester wearing a mask of Xi Jinping.
Olympic is trying to glorify what is not actually China, you know, the brutality, the occupation, the suppression happening in Tibet and other occupied countries. We are trying to represent that here. All the athletes, they are having not the gold medal, they are going to have a genocide gold medal, the genocide silver medal, genocide bronze medals.
Now here's the thing. The Wuhan virus has breached Beijing's Olympic bubble. The genocide against Uyghurs in Xinjiang has not stopped. Tibetans are being persecuted for practicing their culture. The pro-democracy movement is being suppressed in Hong Kong, and Taiwan continues to live under the threat of a possible Chinese invasion. It is a shame that the Winter Olympic Games are still going ahead. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.